Alright, so welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. We're back with some more NBA talk. I know everybody's excited for the NBA to start. I'm trying to remember the exact date. I think the NBA starts late October, right towards Halloween. I know the preseason starts early October. So we'll be getting into that. I know you guys are excited for that. I am as well. Today we have a very special topic we need to talk about. We need to talk about one of the NBA's top superstars in the league. Now, what's weird about this superstar is when you think about the top 10 players, right? You think about the top 10 players. LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant. You know, you think about all these top guys. What do they all have in common? What do they all have in common? What do they all have in common? Embiid, I'm talking to you. They've made it to the conference finals, buddy. They've made it to the conference finals. This dude Embiid hasn't even gotten to the conference finals, man. And whether you want to blame it on injuries, whether you want to blame it on Ben, whether you want to blame it on anybody, Joel Embiid is the best player that I can think of in recent memory that hasn't been to the conference finals. It's insane. It's insane, man. It's insane. So I just kind of wanted to speak on Joel a little bit. This isn't gonna be like a negative type of thing. I really kind of want to show love to my boy Joel. But I will be honest though. I will be honest when I say this. I will be honest when I say this. I will be honest when I say this. This season, 24-25, is Joel Embiid's last chance. It's his last chance. It's his last chance to prove himself, right? Because he's an MVP. He's led the league in scoring. He's respected around the league. Some consider him the top center in the league. Even if you don't, he's number 2. He's a top 10 player. He doesn't have much else left to prove besides producing the playoffs. Stay healthy, producing the playoffs. So I wanted to kind of get into this because I feel like Joel Embiid, if I'm being honest, Joel Embiid is the best player that I can remember with the least amount of success. He kind of reminds me of James Harden, right? Now, I know James Harden got to the finals early on in his career. We're not going to count that. Let's count James Harden when he became a star, right? So, James Harden, when he became a star with the Rockets, I think that was 2014. You know, MVP, leading the league in scoring, putting up monster numbers, never really getting too far in the playoffs, right? And then you think about James Harden in the later years of the decade, right? 2018, 2019, 2020. He was getting to the conference finals, you know, pushing the KD Warriors, which was a cheat code, you know, to the brink of elimination, you know? So James Harden, people criticize him for not having playoff success, but I mean, at least he was getting there. Joel Embiid hasn't even gotten there. He hasn't even gotten there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this year, Joel Embiid is coming in. He's a former MVP. MVP in what? 2022? 2022 MVP. I think he's led the league in scoring twice, at least once, maybe twice. He got blessed Philly's front office drafted a superstar in Tyrese Maxey, right? What do he average? 26 this year, 26 point per game scorer, one of the best young up and coming stars in the league. And then what do they do this offseason? They add PG. You have Paul George, although he is getting older. You add Paul George as your third option on the team. So the pecking order is Embiid, Maxey, and Paul George. What else do you need? They should be able to win a championship. I know the NBA is loaded right now, so I won't say they're favorites, but they should be able to win a championship. You look at this dude Embiid, right? We could talk about his career and how unfortunate it was all day. You see the first 2 years, 24 came in as the same draft as Wiggins, right? Wiggins, 2014 was the number 1 pick. Jabari Parker, Embiid comes in at number 3. There was already concern with his injuries. Didn't even play his first 2 years, right? Didn't even play. As soon as he came in, his third year, 2016, automatically putting up 20 and 8, right? 20 and 8. That's better than a lot of people, can put up for their career in a single season. So we knew this dude would be a stud. We knew he'd be a stud. Jumps from 20 to 23. Third year makes a massive jump. 27 and a half. 23. I don't know what was up with this year. I'd have to go back and do some research. This looks weird. This dude put up 20. How you go from 27 and a half to 23? Something must have been up that year. 28 and a half. 30.6. 33.1. This past season where he was the front runner for MVP before he got hurt. 34.7 would have led the league in scoring if he would have met the 65 game criteria. Shout out to my boy Luka for getting the scoring title because he played enough games. But if it wasn't for the amount of games played, Embiid would have led the league in scoring this year. A lot of people don't know that. Put up 34.7 points per game. 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Embiid was on another level this year. So I feel like Embiid is the best player that I've seen in a long time that hasn't had playoff success. And I feel like if he doesn't capitalize this year, he's going to get lost in the sauce. He's going to get lost in the sauce in comparison to where he should be. Embiid, with his talent, he should be remembered as a top 30 player in NBA history. He's an MVP. He's one of the most skilled big men we've ever seen. He should be remembered as an MVP caliber player. He should be remembered as one of the best players to play this game. But unfortunately, I won't even say unfortunately, but like how it goes in sports, like if you don't contribute when it counts, in this case the playoffs, then you're not gonna be remembered when it's all said and done. And I know the injuries play a big part, but hey man, we gotta count that. You know what I'm saying? And then now you got Maxey, a young star who could carry you through the regular season. You got Paul George as your third option. You have a good coach, Nick Nurse. You have everything you need. It's all on you. Embiid. It's all on you. You have Maxey. You have Paul George. You have Nick Nurse at the forefront. You have some key role players. We don't need Tobias. If you can stay healthy, Embiid, and if Maxey can do what we know he does, if Paul George can do what we know he does, as a third option, bro. If you can stay healthy, you are a championship contender, and you should have a chance to win it all this year and solidify your legacy. It comes down to you. It comes down to you. It comes down to you, Embiid. It really does, man. You're a great talent. You're a generational player. I've seen very few big men that can do what you do. When I think about Embiid and what he can do, I mean, obviously Jokic is like, Jokic is Jokic. But, you think about Hakeem, you think about Tim Duncan, you think about these type of bigs. When you think about Joel Embiid and what he can do on the court, he's a special player. Going into the season, he'll only be 30. He's getting towards the end of his prime, but he's still there. You know what I'm saying? So this is his last chance. He has everything he needs. And if you're a Philly fan, if I was a Philly fan, I'd be holding on to my chair, because this is it. This is about to be a movie for Philly. You have everything you need. It all comes down to Embiid. Oh, man. I'm killing it. But anyway, man. Wanted to shout out my boy Embiid. This is a big season coming in for him. I'm excited to see how he can put that on his shoulders and produce. We got a lot more NBA content coming in soon. The NBA season is coming very soon. I'm super hyped. I stream almost daily. I try to stream almost daily, man. We're coming with constant NBA content. So if you're constantly locked into the NBA and if you're always tuned in with hoops, you're going to want to check us out. Tommy Uno. Instead of a O, it's a 0. Make sure to tap in with us. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all boys tuning in. More NBA content coming on the way. And yeah, man, Embiid. I believe in you. I believe in you, Embiid. Come on. Let's do it. But yeah, man, y'all be safe. Y'all be easy. And we out here. Peace.